Disaster. Absolute disaster. I just did a full unboxing video of this Steeldive's SD1974, and I realized none of it was actually recorded. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I did the whole unboxing, extolled all of its virtues, and it's all lost. I have no idea what happened here. I'm completely confused. It looked like it was recording the entire time. I originally had on the watch that I unboxed yesterday, which was the Thorn SHY029, the Black Bay 58 homage. I already did a mod to it. I don't know if you can see, if you can tell, but I used gold leaf paint in the bezel indices. So very happy with that. I modded that tonight when I came home from work. It took no time. So yeah, I ordered this SD1974 Steeldive homage to the Seiko 6105-8110. This is the 1974 iteration, and I of course got the white dial. I never considered seriously getting a Captain Willard. I was never a fan of it. I always hated crowns at the 4 o'clock, and I always hated cushion cases. But having purchased the homage to the Doxa Sub 300T and the Doxa homage of the Sub 600T, both of those watches broke me in, first on cushion cases and on having a crown at the 4 o'clock position. Once I saw this iteration of the watch, I decided I had to have it. I loved that white dial, and I loved the raised indices so much. And the shovel hand didn't hurt either, the shovel second hand, because I have that on my Yema World Time Superman. So this is a whopping 180 grams of 316 stainless steel. We've got a 120 click unidirectional bezel, which is buttery smooth. Really, really nice action on that. And my bezel alignment looks pretty good. That looks like an optical illusion there, but it does line up nicely. It's something about the way I have it facing the camera that it seems like it's misaligned, but it's not. It's aligned. We have a case dimension of 43.8 millimeters without the crown, 46.8 lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug width there. This is supposed to be 13.5 millimeters in height. You can see that the sapphire crystal is raised just above the ceramic bezel, and there is a transparent AR coating on the underside of the sapphire crystal. We have a C3 Swiss Superluminova on all of the indices and hands, and on the bezel we have BGW9 lume. And I've seen from other videos that is quite ample application. We have male end links, but you can see that the bracelet folds in quite nicely to make it smaller if possible. Stamped upper clasp and milled inner clasp. You can see here that the Steeldive logo is there, and also the security flip has the Steeldive laser etched there. Our case back is screw down, just like our crown, and it is also got the logo, the Steeldive logo for dive watches, because there's 3 different Steeldive logos, and the crown is also signed. The action of the crown is quite nice when you unscrew it. It is supposed to feature a 2-year warranty, and the Steeldive cards are coming with individual numbering on it, even though it's unsigned. It did also include a link remover tool. It comes standard in this Pelican case, and it did have a hang tag on it. I'm so disappointed that this video did not record. That is the first time that has ever happened to me. And I'm concerned when I stop this video if it's going to happen again. So we do have a polished sides, mirror polish nearly, except that contour prevents you from being able to see your reflection well. And it is a radial satin finishing on the top, right? Bracelet feels really nice. I forgot to mention there are 6 micro adjusts there on the bracelet, so that should keep, or on the clasp, so that should keep everybody happy. Yeah, this watch spoke to me when I saw the dial, and sometimes that's all it takes to change your mind on a watch that you swore you would never have. It does feature a Seiko or TMI NH35 movement in here with a reported 42 hours of power reserve. So reliability is not in question. Something that I said in my last video is that there are homages out there which can be superior to the original in every way. And this watch, in every single way, is superior to the Seiko that it homages. The material is better, the finishing is better, the crystal is better, the bezel's better, the luminescence is better. Everything about this watch, and it's a Seiko movement at the end of the day. So the difference is this watch is $129 right now on the Steeldive website, and on AliExpress I paid less. I'm not sure how much less, but I certainly did pay less. And whereas on Chrono 24, the original 6105-8110 Seiko Captain Willard iterations, there's numerous of them on there, are anywhere between 35 and 85,000 Turkish lira, and they're all in terrible condition. It's just hard for me to wrap my head around why somebody would splash out on essentially what is essentially a worthless watch that has been beaten up so much because it wasn't a great watch to begin with. The Steeldive, however, is making a superior watch, and they're not the only ones making these Captain Willard homages. And I venture that Hemdala and this watch and Adi's Dive, there's 3 or 4 others. I think San Martin's making one. They're all probably superior to that Seiko. And so, you know, this watch may only be $100 now, but imagine in a few years when this company is no longer making this watch, people will desire it because they couldn't get it, right? All right, guys, I'm going to take 2. It's a much shorter video this time, but I'm just not certain if this is working right, so I have to stop and see where we're at. Please like, share, and subscribe for more watch-related content. I appreciate you coming out. Cheers, everybody.